I've got a very precarious setup, and you're still slightly crooked, but it is what it is. Also, if you can hear like a whirring sound, oh, I didn't realize I had hair clips in my hair. If you can hear like a whirring, it is my laptop, but I can't close it yet and turn it off, so here we are. Okay. The hooligans. Oh my gosh, Oscar's in a basket. Not like an actual basket, but in the cat tree. I moved the cat tree and now it's cool again. Anyways. Oh, we are here with another reading, like, tried chapter reading vlog. This is going to be, so what I'm doing in 2024, I'm trying to go through like all of my book box books. I'm not gonna get through all of them, I don't think, but most of them. And that will give me the opportunity to, my goal is to try and like read at least a chapter of each of them and decide if they're going to stay on my shelf or not. And I'm doing 5 books at a time, broken up into different main 2 chunks. So series and standalones. And each time I have 5, going from the ones that have been on my shelf the longest to like the most recent ones. And most of them are Fairyloot and Owlcrate. And then, which I do not subscribe to either of them anymore. I think I already got my last Fairyloot. I might get one more. I don't know. Because I was paying like 3 months at a time. And then I will either so I will try to read one in this video. Doesn't always work out. Sometimes I don't read any of them. And then do and either the books stay on my shelf or they get gone. So I still haven't decided what I'm going to do with them, because I think I said this in the standalone version of this, the first standalone one. I feel bad, like, I feel like some of these are books people probably want, and so, like, do I just take them to Goodwill? I don't know. I haven't decided, but I, like, really don't want to go through the effort of selling them, so we'll see. Anyways, this time we are doing series, and honestly, I feel like only, like, one of these have I really heard anything about. So yes, and that is All the Stars and Teeth by Adalyn Grace. I think this is like a piratey one. I'll read you the synopsis when I read them all. I feel like this one has a good shot. Also, I'm apparently in a fantasy mood right now. I like keep like being drawn to my fantasy books and not anything else. So maybe this will be fun. And not necessarily romantasy, like romantasy is fine, but you know, all of that. The next one is one I feel like I've heard nothing about, and that is Forest of Souls by Lori M. Lee, which I know nothing about. And yes, I like, and I don't think I've heard about this at all, so I have no expectations. The next one is Goddess and the Machine by Lora Beth Johnson. I have also heard nothing about this. It does have these like pretty gold sprayed edges. What I will tell you is that I think this is a little more sci-fi-y, and that's not necessarily by vibe. Also, I will tell you one of the reasons I have never picked this book up is because this girl on the cover looks like Chrissy Teigen. And I have an irrational dislike of Chrissy Teigen. And so just the idea of reading this book kind of puts me in a bad mood. So don't have high hopes for that one. Next is Crier's War by Nina Varela. This one I've heard a little bit about. I think Murphy Napier had talked about it. I don't watch her stuff as much anymore, but I think she talked about this and the sequel. I think it's just a duology. This one, it is sapphic, and I think that the cover is very pretty, and I think it's like a robot cyborg situation, which I probably talked about this when I got this book. I have very conflicting feelings about. I'm one of those people that's kind of afraid of the robots, you know? So, like, I have very, you know, but, like, I like Cinder. I like Battlestar Galactica, but I'm also kind of freaked out by stuff like that. So, we'll see. And then the last one is Where Dreams Descend by Janella Angelus, which this book is a naked book, which is nice, except I have cats, and I feel like kitty litter, especially when you have something that's black, kitty litter dust gets everywhere. Like, it just exists in my life. So, this is it's got a little bit of kitty litter dust on it. And this one I know nothing about. I think it's like maybe a circusy book. I don't know, another one I haven't heard anything about. So, yes, I think I'm going to read those. Maybe I'll like time-lapse my reading. I'm hoping I'll pick one today and I'll get through all 5 of them because I need to start another book. I just finished Destroy the Day by Bridget Kemmerer, and ooh, I mean, it was a great conclusion. That whole series gets 5 out of 5 stars from me. It's her best work that I have read, in my opinion. Underappreciated. I cried many times. Many times. So, yeah. It was a rough one, but it was beautiful. So I need another book so I don't, like, dwell on it. So we're going to start with Goddess in the Machine. So, maybe a little synopsis. I'm going to say Andra. When Andra wakes up, she's drowning. Not only that, she's in a hot, dirty cave in the year 3102, and everyone keeps calling her Goddess. When Andra went into a cryonic sleep for a trip across the galaxy, she expected to wake up in 100 years, not 1,000. Worst of all, the rest of the colonies, including her family and friends, are dead. They died centuries ago, and for some reason their descendants think Andra is a deity. She knows she's nothing special, but she will play along if it means she can figure out why she was left in stasis and how to get back to Earth. Zaid? So I'm going to go with. The exiled bastard prince of Aransaid has other plans. 4 years ago, the sleeping goddess's glass coffin disappeared from the palace, and Zaid devoted himself to finding it. Now he's hoping the goddess will be the key to taking his rightful place on the throne, if he can get her to play her part, that is. Because if his family realize she doesn't actually have the power to save their dying planet, they'll kill her. With a vicious monarch on the throne and a city tearing apart at the seams, Zaid and Andra might never be able to unlock the mystery of her fate, let alone find a way to unseat the king. Especially since Zaid hasn't exactly been forthcoming with Andra. And 1,000 years from home, is there any way of knowing that Earth is better than the planet she's woken to? Okay, so one, I definitely think it's Andra because her name is Andromeda. And then his, I think, is Jade, maybe, because she said it sounds like a mix between shade and jade. So that's what we're going with. It was okay. I don't know. Like, I feel like standalone, I would consider it, but as a, like, series, I don't think so. Let me look and see. I just want to look at, like, ratings and stuff. I don't think I'm going to read any reviews. I will if I have to, like, decide. But what is this called again? Goddess in the Machine. It's not in first person, though, which I appreciate. I think it's just a duology. Okay, so it has a 3.7 on Goodreads. Yes, it's just a duology. Book 2 is Devil in the Device. I'm guessing he's on the cover, because that looks like a man. And there's like 3,800 reviews, or like ratings. I love how it says readers also enjoyed. Those are like all just other book box books. Although one of them is Star Daughter, which I did not like. Okay, I'm just gonna see if any of my, like, Goodreads friends. No. Other people agree that it looks like Chrissy Teigen on the cover. Oh. I feel like this is like a 3 right now. Like, it's not bad, but I don't know. It's also just like not really my vibe, you know? And then the Chrissy Teigen thing doesn't help at all. Also, him is Jade, I don't know. He like speaks her language, but not like well, and which is fine, but I feel like that's gonna be like a little frustrating to read. So, okay, next we are going to do Where Dreams Descend by Janella Angelis, because I have my laptop out so I can read you the synopsis. Is this gonna be a freaking love triangle? Because not a fan. I don't know. Circus-y books I'm like hit or miss on. So we shall see. And I have never felt drawn to this. So let's give it a little read. And we'll see what we think of chapter in. In a city covered in ice and ruin, a group of magicians face off in a daring game of magical feats to find the next headliner of the conquering circus, only to find themselves under the threat of an unseen danger striking behind the scenes. As each act becomes more and more risky and the number of missing magicians piles up, 3 are forced to reckon with their secrets before the darkness comes for them next. The star. Kalia, a powerful showgirl out to prove she's the best no matter the cost. The master, Jack, the enigmatic keeper of the club and more than one lie told. The magician, DeMarco, the brooding judge with a dark past he can no longer hide. Where Dreams Descend is the startling and romantic first book in Janella Angelis' debut Kingdom of Cards fantasy duology, where magic is both celebrated and feared, and no heart is left unscathed. Okay, so I think technically that was like maybe like a prologue-y thing, because it didn't say prologue, but now we're into like chapter 1. I'm not going to keep reading though. This is act 1. Enter the magician, a princess with claws who wishes for wings. I think I didn't like I think it's the kind of thing that you would probably get sucked into if you were reading it, and maybe it's because it was prologue-y, but the way it was being written, sometimes it's okay. It's like one of those things where it's like you're just thrown into it, which like makes sense. I understand. It's kind of confusing, and I'm not sure I'm in the mood for that right now. So me and my laptop out again. I'm kind of liking this. I do like that it's a duology again. I think there should be more standalones and there should be more duologies in the world. So, okay. So, it's a 3.66. It has 9,200 ratings on Goodreads. Oh, it's on Kindle Unlimited, it looks like. Okay, looking at friends and followers. Okay, so Haley from Haley in Bookland read it. Oh, she doesn't read books. I feel like I don't really like watch her videos anymore. I know how I said before I wasn't gonna read like reviews, but now I am. Samantha from, I can't remember her channel now. She DNF'd at 19%. Oh, another person DNF'd. Cool. This review says, a delicious mashup of Phantom of the Opera, Moulin Rouge, and Chris Nolan's Prestige. Nope, there are no big twists in... It says twins. Are there twins in any of those movies? I've only seen Phantom of the Opera. Just relax and enjoy the magic of the story. Semi-love triangle. I don't know. Not loving it. I feel like I would read Goddess and the Machine first, but it would be like one of those things where I would probably end up reading like another chapter and like comparing them maybe. So let's do another one I'm unsure about that I know nothing about really. Oh, there's a spider on it. Are there gonna be spiders in this book? Anyways, I see it. There's a spider in the... And then I think there's like a spidery kind of situation on this like belt buckle. So this is Forest of Souls by Lori M. Lee. And this one, oh, this one has art on the dust jacket if you want to see it. Oh, she's cute too. I mean, they're all cute. You know, I'm never going to say they're hideous. But, so that's the art. Ooh, let me look at it. Oh, so it looks like we got a few people. Okay. He looks like an elf. Okay. Okay, well, I'm always game for good friendships in my books. So, oh, look. Another spider. And another spider. I'm not like, I don't have like arachnophobia or anything, but I prefer that spiders live away from me. Oh my gosh, there's a glossary. Is there a pronunciation guide? Okay. I'm actually not. I feel like I should read it, but I'm not going to. I just want to know if any of those names were... Oh my gosh, it keeps going. No name pronunciations. I have no family, no home, no talent other than fighting. If I'm not to be the shadow, then I am nothing. I am tired of being nothing. After years of training to become the Queen's next royal spy, Saoirse Ashwin? That's what we're gonna go with. Saoirse Ashwin's plans are derailed when shamans attack and kill her best friend, Sango. And then Saoirse somehow restores Sango to life. Oh, I think I have heard of this. Okay. Unveiled as the first soul guide in living memory, Saoirse is summoned to the domain of the Spider King. For centuries, he has used his influence over the Deadwood, an ancient forest possessed by souls to enforce peace between the kingdoms. Now with the trees growing wild and untamed, only a soul guide can restrain them. As war looms, Saoirse must master her newly awakened abilities before the trees shatter the brittle peace of, or worse, claim Sango, the friend she would die for. Okay. I have nothing to say. I mean, it was kind of... It was boring. I'm sure it gets better. I feel like I struggled with this in the first one, too. Like, what do you say about one chapter? I think this is lowest on my... Okay. This one is 3.65 stars, about 4,100 ratings. It is a trilogy. Oh, interesting. So the first one came out in 2020. The second one came out in 2021. And the third one isn't coming out until 2024. It says expected publication, April 16th. Wow, that's a long time between the second and third books. Oh wow, the second one only has 628 ratings. I don't know. It's just not calling to me. Okay. I think it's on the bottom of my list, honestly. Which I guess isn't a surprise. But, you know. It's Saturday, and I'm kind of working. I'm doing overtime. They did an update this weekend, and so my manager asked if I could test it today. They have like a few of the offices around the country, I guess, test every time they do stuff like this, which is interesting. I never knew that until she asked me if I could do this, and I'm obviously getting paid for it. And I was like, well, I'm just gonna be sitting here doing nothing anyways. So like tomorrow I have plans, but not today. And I was gonna have my computer because we use laptops. That's the whirring if you hear it. So because I worked from home yesterday, so it's fine. I thought it was going to be like a 15-minute thing, but we're going on 30 minutes because it's not working. The gentleman I am in contact with said they are restarting something to see if that fixes it. So I thought, while I wait, because yesterday I ended up not, so I decided to put, I know, I'm crazy. I'm like, I decided to put 3 sweet and lows in my tea this morning instead of 2. And I was like, well, it's a big cup. I think it was too much sweet and low. Like, it's fine. Oh, wait. I feel like it's getting better. Maybe it just didn't like mix well or something. But I'll stick to 2 sweet and lows, I think, going forward. Just to be on the safe side. I'd rather it be less sweet than too sweet for like my morning tea. I like a sweet tea, don't get me wrong. But so yes, I actually ended up just like mindlessly scrolling on my phone last night instead of reading. So, but I do need to pick a book. I'm starting to wonder if I'll even have time to read this weekend, because today I have to go do laundry, which I go do at my dad's house, and I'm probably going to be there until like 9 o'clock at night, and by the time I get home I'll probably be exhausted. And then tomorrow I have to do 5 miles. We'll see. I was supposed to do 4 last week and I only did like a little over 3, so we'll see. But I might go somewhere else. I feel like that'll be nice, and it's gonna be a little warm tomorrow. It's gonna be like 48, so that's nice. Anyways, and then tomorrow I have like a big birthday celebration for all of the February birthdays in my family, so who knows how long that's gonna take. Probably gonna be out for a while with that. I don't know, so we'll see, but I'm gonna try. So which one should we do? Let's do ways. So I think I'm gonna do Crier's War next. Let me just double check. I mean, I'm sure this guy's gonna message me when I can try doing this again, but he said like 5 to 10 minutes, so figured that should be enough time to do this. Oh, I can't stop yawning. Oh, I slept really weird last night. Oscar, I almost called him Murphy. Oscar, I woke up in the middle of the night and I was like laying on my back, which I'm not a back sleeper. Like, and I was like this. And Oscar was like right here. And so I must have laid a certain way for him to be comfortable, which I used to do with Murphy all the time. Like, I would consistently wake up like falling off of my bed practically, because he would just like keep pushing me. And it wasn't even on purpose, like me, like I wasn't like consciously moving, but I was. And I must have been like grinding my teeth or something, because I have like a sore on the inside of my lip. I think I like bit it in my sleep. Anyways, you don't care about that. My like keyboard is in the way. I feel like I don't really need that, so I'm gonna move it. Keep checking this thing. Nope, it's still not working. Okay, it's been like 10 minutes almost. Okay, so we'll do Crier's War. Nothing pretty. I feel like Owlcrate doesn't do as much art, or at least they didn't. I feel like even if I don't read this, I'm going to keep this book, because I feel like this cover is, I don't know why, but I really like it. Oh wait, I need that to read you the synopsis. Okay, here we go. I'm so scared. Like, what if I hate even just the first chapter? Because sapphic romances and I have a not great history, unfortunately, which makes no sense to me. Do I just pick bad ones? I don't know. I think I've talked about before. It shouldn't be any different than any other romance. So, like, why would I have any, like, you know? Oh, we get a little nappy nap. Oh my gosh, a timeline? Do I need to read this? Oh my gosh, this was part of my problem with what is it called? Forest of Souls? I feel like this is a lot of effort for me to get just like started in here. Jeez, okay. Okay, I feel like I do kind of need to read this one. I didn't read the glossary in that other one, but I feel like I do need to read this. Okay. Impossible love between two girls, one human, one maid, a love that could birth a revolution. After the War of Kinds ravaged the kingdom of Rabu, the automate designed to be the playthings of royals took over the estates of their owners and bent the human race to their will. Now Isla, a human servant rising in the ranks at the house of the sovereign, dreams of avenging the death of her family by killing the sovereign's daughter, Lady Crier. Crier, who was made to be beautiful, to be flawless, and to take over the work of her father. Crier has been preparing to do just that, to inherit her father's rule over the land, but that was before she was betrothed to Crier, Canuck, who seems to have 1,000 secrets. That was before she discovered her father isn't as benevolent as she thought. That was before she met Isla. Set in a richly imagined fantasy world, Nina Varela's debut novel is a sweepingly romantic tale of love, loss, and revenge that grapples with what it really means to be human. Okay, so I think this is the one, this is in the lead, but I'm a little, it seems, I'm more interested right now in, like, the world than I am, we met Crier in the first chapter, so, which I actually wasn't expecting. I thought we would meet, what's her name, Isla, is that her name? Yes, Isla. I thought maybe we would meet her first, but we did not. We meet Crier, just because I feel like the, like, non-human you would think would be harder to connect with. So I actually kind of appreciate that choice. So yes, that's where we start. But yeah, I'm more interested in the world than the characters. There was, like, a decent amount of exposition. Now I think part of that is that timeline in the beginning, which was very overwhelming. But yes, I do think even if I end up picking my last book instead, I mean, I already said this will probably stay on my shelves because it's pretty, I think I would read this. Plus I think I'm just a girl looking for a sapphic romance that works for her. Because I don't know, you got any recs, leave them below, because this hasn't gone well for me. Like, I don't hate them, I just, like, there's no love there, you know, and I don't understand why. So, all right, we are still waiting for things to get fixed, so we will move on to All the Stars and Teeth by Adalyn Grace. I don't have my personal laptop and I'm not getting up to go get it because I'm kind of, like, trapped in here. Like, it's not an easy thing to get out of. I moved my desk into my library, which I like, but I need to move other things out of my library now to have room to exist here. So anyways, okay, still not working. They had me do some stuff, but alas. I hope it's not just me. Like, do you ever feel like that? You're like, is it me? Is it other people? I don't know. Oh my gosh, I haven't cleaned my face yet. I can tell. Oh my gosh. Okay. We are on to the 5th book, so I can't remember what I said. So we're doing All the Stars and Teeth by Adalyn Grace, which is another, cover I really like. I think this is a duology. I think Crier's War and this are also duologies. But I don't remember. I don't know if this is a mermaid book. I think it is. And I feel like I have not had the best success with mermaid books. Okay. It does sound like, obviously, like, a little different, but it does sound a little different than, or similar to Kill a Kingdom. Ooh. Although, like, really, a lot of fantasy stories sound the same, I feel like, depending on how you pitch them, you know? Oh, it's like a pretty purple. I like purple. Okay. Let's see. Also, is this going to be creepy? Yes, it is Owlcrate. Okay. Oh, we have another map. This map is very... Does anyone else kind of get bothered by, like... I understand they're big, so they have to go across, but, like, because of the, like, spine and everything, like... I feel like it makes them sometimes hard to see, and it's a little annoying. We have more information at the beginning. As Princess of the Island Kingdom Visidia, Amora Montera has spent her entire life training to be High Animancer, the Master of Souls. The rest of the realm can choose their magic, but for Amora, it's never been a choice. To secure her place as heir to the throne, she must prove her mastery of the monarchy's dangerous soul magic. When her demonstration goes awry, Amora is forced to flee. She strikes a deal with Bastian, a mysterious pirate. He'll help her prove she's fit to rule if she'll help him reclaim his stolen magic. But sailing the kingdom holds more wonder and more peril than Amora anticipated. A destructive new magic is on the rise, and if Amora is to conquer it, she'll need to face legendary monsters, cross paths with vengeful mermaids, and deal with a stowaway she never expected, or risk the fate of Visidia and lose the crown forever. Okay. I mean, that was pretty short. It's told in first person, which I think I've tried before, is not my favorite. It was okay. I feel like I'm leaning towards Crier's War, which is a little bit, I mean, I definitely thought it was going to come down to these two, but I thought this one would win. I think this one is just more popular, so maybe that's why. I think I'm going to go with Crier's War, and I think I'm going to get rid of the other three. Like, I'm going to unhaul those in some way. And then this one, I think I am going to keep for now and maybe read. Also, I do think this cover is really pretty, so there is that. So, yes, I think it is decided we will go with Crier's War. And hopefully this goes well. I will try to update you periodically and let you know what I'm feeling. I think I'm going to take a little break, though. I also think I'm going to try to, I'm not going to paint my nails, but I'm going to paint my nails when I go to my dad's. So I'm going to, I think in this Hollow Taco collection. So I might try to pick out some polish to bring with me so I can paint my nails while I'm there. We shall see. I might watch some YouTube videos or something. I don't know. It's taking a lot longer than I thought it was going to take, which is totally not, but we shall see. Alright. I shall update you. Hello. Alright, I just got back from getting my oil changed. I sound like I'm sick. I'm like 99% sure I'm not. And it's just allergies and the weather. Like, the weather has been crazy. My head is killing me. I've taken a leave every day for like a week, and I don't understand. I'm trying to drink so much. It's awful. I've cleaned my nose out. Like, I am taking my allergy medicine. I'm thinking about trying to find my Flonase to see if that helps. I have so much, like, this is gross, but like drainage going down my throat, and it's making me, that looks like a kitty claw. Like, it's making my throat kind of raw. Yay for you. So, like, I don't understand. And I have consumed so much liquid this week. It's like not even funny, and it like is not making a difference. I don't know. Anyways, I'm like 18% into Crier's War, and honestly, like, I'm not enjoying myself. Like, I don't hate it, but I'm also just trying not to read books that I'm not like obsessed with, and I can't figure out if I'm just like in a certain type of mood. So all week I have not read, and that's like a real bummer, you know? And I would really like to finish this. And then I was thinking, I was like, okay, I'll give it a little bit more time, which I think I am. I think I'm gonna try to get to 25% and see how I feel. Because I just like don't care about anybody, anything. I don't know, like, and then at times I'm confused, and yeah, sometimes that's annoying. I don't know. And I know, I think I had said that if this doesn't work, maybe I will try All the Stars and Teeth. Honestly, the more I think about it, I don't want to read that either. So I feel like these videos are just turning into like failures. So I did get new jazz shoes, so I'm gonna see if they fit. Hopefully they do. I mean, it's not a big deal. I got them off of Amazon. I've bought these before, and I bought this size, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. So, and it's hard because sometimes they're usually like a bit tight in the toe for me. But like they'll stretch out as I wear them. So, you know, I'm gonna put them on with socks because I feel like that's really tight with the sock. How about without? I might have to send them back and get a 10. Let's try it. These are pretty thick socks. Oh, it's an Oscar boy. I don't know. I feel like they will stretch a little, but will they stretch enough? No, I'm just gonna return them and get a 10. That feels like the smart decision. And it's not like it's a running shoe where I have to worry about like the back slipping or anything. So rather be comfortable. I'm gonna get a 10. We'll see. Maybe I can just do like an exchange. We'll see. Anyways, so yeah, I think I'm gonna go to like, you're stepping on my book. Can I have my book, please, sir? Okay, no? Okay. So I think I'm gonna try to get to like 25% and then see how I'm feeling at that point. And I may end up DNFing it. And it's not like it's bad. I just feel like right now it's gonna be like a 3-star read. And there's nothing wrong with that. But there are so many books I want to read right now. So like, why put myself through that, you know? So in other news, I am going to an open house today, and from the pictures, which I know pictures don't mean anything, I love this house. It's a good price. I feel like it'll sell for more than what they're asking, because that's like every house right now, at least by me. But it's under my like max budget, so I would have like a little bit of wiggle room. Of course, I would like it to be lower. Although another house came on the market yesterday that is a lot cheaper. It's even cheaper than this one. It's like $135, I think, which is a lot lower. And I kind of wonder why. Like, there's a lot of things that are nice about it. It's like kind of like a cape, so like the top floor has like those like angled roofs. So I feel like that might be part of it, but it also has a pool. And I like the idea of a pool, and I feel like I would use a pool. But one, that's an added expense to your life. And two, I do believe that if you have pools, like it adds to your like homeowner's insurance and stuff, because like there's a potential danger there. But I don't know. That one does not have an open house. I do have a realtor now, which is exciting. I like her. So I'm going to go see the house today, see what I think, and then I will talk to her. And then if I want to see that other house, I will ask her if we can go see it, because it looks like they're not doing open houses for it, which is fine. But yes, so I think I'm gonna read. Well, I have to call my mom real quick, and then because she wants to go to the open house, but she said it depends on the weather and how she feels, and it's kind of rainy and cold today, so she may not want to leave her apartment, which is fine, but we'll see. Yeah, so I'm gonna call my mom and then read a little bit, I think, and then I will let you know around 25% how I am feeling about this one. Hopefully better than I sound, and hopefully my head will feel better. I should probably just cave and take a leave. Like, I don't mind taking medicine, I just like hate that I have to do it so much. And I already take daily meds. Like, I take a daily allergy med and Lexapro, so like, boo. Oscar and I are here. Should I move? So I feel like, is there like a stain, or is that just, no, it's just the Oscar and I are here, and I am in fact DNFing Crier's War, sadly, at 25%. So I just passed, I think I'm on page like 111 or something. Oh, my watch is coming off. Please. So I just feel the same way I felt at 18%, right? Like, I just, like, I don't care about anyone or anything or the world, really. Like, I'm into the concept of this book, like, on multiple layers. I'm into the concept, but so far, like, the execution is just not working for me. And like I said earlier today, like, I'm really nervous that, like, all of these videos are going to be failure. I mean, I think I said this in the first one. It's not a failure to decide that I don't want to read any of these books, because they're still going to come off my shelf. And some I think I'm donating, and some I'm selling on Pango Books. Actually, Dark Notes, which I did for my last one, I sold. I put it in the mail yesterday. So, yeah. So, you know what? At the end of the day, it is successful, because I got 10 books off of my shelf that have been just sitting there for years, because I'm not going to give all the Stars and Teeth a go, because there was just some things in that first chapter that, like, I was like, it was a little cringy. But sometimes I don't mind a little cringe, like a little corniness. Like, I'm a fan. But I was like, not for me. So, I have said in the past that YA and I are in a very difficult space right now, which is true. But so far, YA fantasy has still really worked for me. But maybe it's not anymore. So, what do you think? Do you think it's nap time? Yeah. And I did go to the open house. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to put an offer in on this house. I have to talk. My dad went. My mom went as well. She actually went before me. And I talked to her on my way home. And then my dad went, and I have to go out to his house today to do laundry. So I will talk to him when I get to his place to see what he thinks. Just for posterity, I did in fact put in an offer on that house. I did not get it. It sold for $90,000 over asking, which is bonkers to me. And then the other house I happened to mention earlier in the video, I went and saw, and I liked even more, and I put in an offer, and I didn't get it. That one sold for about $60,000 over asking. So yeah, house buying, it's fun. Fine. So I'm gonna have something to eat, go do my laundry. But this video is done, because again, I'm not finishing a book. I did finish something for the Kindle Unlimited one, so there was that. I think the next one we go back to standalones. Or it might be Kindle Unlimited again. I can't remember. We shall see. But thank you for watching, and I'm sorry if you loved this book. This book seems very popular, and I'm sorry. I do think it's me and not the book, and that's the case. I mean, I think most of the time it's you and not the book, right? Like, but sadly, I am yet again sapphic romance not here. But there was like no romance at this point, so that didn't even have a shot at, which, if this is truly like enemies to lovers, I have to say there should not be romance at this point, I feel like. So that's not a knock, but that wasn't even there. So anyway, well, I'm gonna go. Bye.